Today we are gonna wax these little flower pot dillies. They're not really flower pots. I'm gonna use them on my porch this fall to put pumpkins on, like little pumpkin stands. They actually hold Christmas trees, but they were looking kind of sad, and so I decided to revamp it because it's got all these little lines and all these little designs in it, and I think it'll look really pretty once it's redone. They were black. I spray painted it white, and I just did kind of just a real quick slappy job really on it because I'm gonna put this wax on it. It just looks plain right now, but once I put this wax on, what I'm hoping is that it will make all these designs pop and just really give it a lot of character, which right now it doesn't have a lot of because it's just white. So I got this wax brush at Walmart for like 10 bucks. It came with 2 brushes in it. Waverly Inspirations. I've never waxed anything before, so here we go. We're gonna find out if this is a neat, fun technique and if I like it. I've seen a lot of furniture done with the wax, and I've talked to a few people that do furniture, and they like this method a lot. So I think I'm just supposed to just kind of just splotch it on here, just kind of rubbing it in on all these little decoration areas. Oh, hey Bobby, did you get your shoes? All right, put them on. This is a dark wax by Debbie's Design Diary DIY wax. I don't know if that's all backwards, but she has this little truck logo. And everyone says you don't need very much, that you just barely get a little on there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just getting a little bit on there, and then I'm just rubbing it all over this little loopy design area here on the top. And I'm just going to work my way around on all the design areas like that. Probably not going to put it on all the white, but I am going to put it on all the little creases until I get it covered. So I want it to look cool for the fall and for when Christmas comes around and I plop them little Christmas trees back in there. Should be fun. And I don't have that much stuff on my brush. I just like dipped it in and then wiped it all off. So I'm just gonna put the little lines in there.
My dog.
And I'm pretty sure it's fine to just put it everywhere. Alright, sit down, let's put them on. Pretty sure it's fine to put it just everywhere because once we get it all covered in all the cracks, we're gonna go back in with a washcloth and wipe it off. Okay, so I pretty well have these finished here. I have went up and down through here and just really rubbed this in through all these little cracks, and I just did a downward stroke like this across all these little vertical ones, and then I was sure to, you know, it has a rim here, and then I just went in and I hit the corners. I thought that it would give it kind of a nice little antique-y, and I don't know if you can see this very good, maybe you can. There is not really any on my brush. Like, this is a completely dry brush, and it's just the extras. So like I've already went, you know, before it was my first time ever waxing, you know, like redoing and waxing something. So this is what I got, and I'm not completely done with it. I'm not completely happy with it. It's kind of funky. You can see these dark lines, see like right here where there's this funky line. So I'm gonna go in and retouch this, and like right here it's really, really white. You can see here where it's dark. I just covered it and then took a rag and rubbed like crazy. So there's that one. Here's this one. You can see this. Oops. Got extra white. So I'm just going to go in. I did notice that when doing this, I would apply and then immediately rub it off because this is quite a bit darker. It was really stark white, and this is quite a bit darker. I wasn't expecting the color to change quite that drastically, but that's okay because we're just going to go in and add more. I'm going to add more. I did notice that it dried kind of quick, being that I think I'm gonna add some like dark swishes and little accents. I just wrap my brush in cellophane. Just some little accents, and then I think I'm gonna let them dry before I try to buff it or rub any of it out. So I'm just gonna get a tiny bit of this on here because I don't really need that much. I'm gonna take it back off. And I think I'm just gonna swish, do little swish marks, really dark ones. And I'm gonna let them dry and rub them out. Off. I would definitely say when working with this wax to do it in layers. To start out with less and then work your way into more. That you can always add more. You can't always take it off once it's on there. That's how I'm kind of feeling with this project and trying this wax here. Because I do like it. I do like it a lot. I think it can be a pretty useful tool to add character to furniture. I don't know if you can hear her in the background. I've got Molly the parrot over there. Yeah, I think that's going to be cool. Alright. And then I'm going to lay it down and work on this little rim here. It's kind of funny colored, so just rub the rest of this on there, darken it up. It's like embrace it. It's already dark. There's no going back to that stark white, which is not the original goal anyway. But it's going to be really cool with all the Halloween decorations I have outside. I'm just rubbing the excess around this rim right here. It was really, right here it's really white. There's like a big contrast. I don't know if you can tell or not in that light, but I tried to turn all the lights on in here so we could see it real good. So now I'm just gonna do the same thing. Just add some dark scuffs, just kind of swishes, and I'm gonna let it dry. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I have added all my little dark scuffs. See all these dark little notches on it? That's what I added. And now I'm gonna go in and do some shading around like this area right here. I think it would look cool if that bottom was darker, like dark and then going up into light. So I'm just gonna brush this on there and like make it darker. I'm just gonna paint it with the wax. And I'm gonna let it dry because I want it to be darker. I want it to stay darker. I think that upwards, kind of an upward stroking motion is a little better. I don't know if you can see that. Just scoot over a little more. There we go. So you can see where it's going up into the lighter color. Should be pretty cool when we're done. I wasn't sure about it at first. Like when I first started taking the wax off and seeing the color, I was just like, oh my god, whoa, what have I done here? But no, these are so old, and like I think I probably was even considering throwing them away and getting some new stuff. So it doesn't even really, it's not like heartbreaking if it didn't turn out. However, I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but it's turning out. I mean, the more I work on this, the more I like it. The more I am kind of. So here it is. It's finished. As you can see, I did the darker through here, and I don't know if you remember me saying earlier that I was going to kind of put these darker scuffs in here and let it dry, and it worked. I did exactly that. Here's my rag I've been using. So I put that on there, and then after I let it dry, instead of moving it immediately like I did earlier, it left these nice darker spots. So here they are. I think they turned out rather nice, personally. Happy with it.